Guys, welcome back to my channel. It's me, Irvin, with another manga review. Now, this is my very first manga that I decided to do chapter by chapter. This one so far only has about 12 chapters released, and I believe it started coming out late 2016, and I'm not sure if it's already finished or they still got more to release. The websites say it's ongoing, so I am hoping that more chapters come out. This is Sachi-iro no One Room. Now, the first chapter. I'm only going to talk about the first chapter. Again, this is the first manga that I actually do review on just chapter by chapter. Don't usually do this. Usually I do a whole volume and I go by volumes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or I just do the first volume and I stay there. This is the first one that I decided to do chapter by chapter, and one, because it's one of them that needs to be chapter by chapter, and you understand why. But two, it just gives me a little bit more of a reason to go live more often with you guys. So this manga in particular caught my attention because it hits a subject that maybe it's not maybe not per se ignored, but not that common. And this is what the story essentially is: a girl who was kidnapped and is now essentially okay with being kidnapped and doesn't want to go back home. So she doesn't feel kidnapped. She just feels like she was saved from her home, and the kidnapper is confused. The first chapter, you just realize that this girl, it just kind of starts from the beginning that she's already kidnapped. She's at home with this guy, and she tells him, hey, let's play a game. Make me a promise. And then this promise is, if we get away with it and they stop looking for me, let's get married. If not, if they're about to catch us, then we're gonna die together. He says he never agreed to do this game or promise, really, but it sets up the story. The other part to it is that you find out that this girl is being abused. There's a part where he goes to get food and she stays in the room, and he kind of recalls seeing handcuff marks in her wrist. A lot of the artwork where you see her, you see scars on her arms, on her legs. So you know there is some type of abusement happening at home. The guy himself, he kidnapped her, and let's not forget that he kidnapped her. So he's also a bit Coco. Actually, in one of the first scenes is, look at this wall of all the pictures that I took of you without you knowing. Which, stalkerish, and yes, it's weird. So you have the story of essentially Beauty and the Beast, I guess. Heroic part is going on, and she's technically kidnapped, but she is falling in love with her kidnapper. There is a word for it, and I'm going to have to look it up for the next chapter of what this syndrome is. But essentially, she is thankful that she was saved from this abusive relationship that she had with her parents, and is now with his kidnapper. So what's going to happen from there? I don't know. It kind of it's setting up more like a slice of life, but there could be more of a plot, and maybe chapter 2 is going to give us the plot. As of right now, all you know is she doesn't want to go home. Parents are more likely abusing her or allowing her to be abused, and he, although he is calm and nice to her, essentially he's still a creeper because he kidnapped her. Second, he wears this mask and you just don't know what it is. So that's all you know from the first chapter, and even though that's all you know, It's a lot. And this is why I want to do chapter by chapter, because this is one of those that each chapter is going to be a turn. And it's probably gonna change my mindset in every chapter. And I wanted to do this. And I'm really wondering who out there other than me is reading this as well and is waiting for the 13th chapter, if there is going to be more chapters, because I want to know if you guys are watching this. So if you watch this after the live feed, then leave in the comment section below. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, guys, and don't forget to do all the other fun stuff like sharing, liking, and watching other videos. Thank you so much, guys, and like always, don't be strange.